That I put in later.
Well, welcome to Coffee Chat.
Oh. Wait, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Pretty sure.
Welcome.
I made fancy coffee. We've been talking about it every episode.
Yeah, we usually just drink Dunkin'.
So have you read the bag on that yet?
No. Raven's Brew Coffee. Double Dead.
There was a warning on the side of it.
Contains copious quantity of caffeine, not for the faint of heart. This high-speed blend will supercharge your daily supercharge. What? Keep away from small children and pets. Use responsibly. Is this going to, give me a panic attack?
I don't know. I didn't read that until just now, so.
Do Double Dead when you wake up mostly dead, can't find your head, seek a blast of light.
I think they're using hyperbole. I don't think it's really that
Need
bad.
to double your speed and rise from the ashes like fireweed.
All right.
Bone Cafe. I don't know.
But it's a local coffee roaster, Raven's Brew Coffee.
Hey, look, you got me sugar this time.
Yeah. And I got me creamer. I also I couldn't find my mug, so I used my son's old Pikachu mug, but I drew a smiley face on it.
Why did you ruin it?
It was in the dishwasher, and dishwashers don't mix well with mugs with paint on them.
Oh, cool. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about.
I figured we'd talk about the failing banks and the pending.
Banks are failing, Rich.
Crazy.
We're
economic failure we're about to go into.
Yeah, we're about to go into the depression. Should we start hoarding toilet paper and shit?
Maybe. But I don't want to put that on the internet and get everybody else.
We don't want to cause a social panic.
A run on toilet paper like we had during
COVID.
There was actually a point where I was like, I'm like one roll away from being out, and I can't find it anywhere because I didn't stock up.
Oh my God.
And because I usually buy like a 30-pack, so they're all, I have toilet paper for like a month or two.
Well, I had one of those Sam's Club industrial packs of like 64 rolls of toilet paper from before this even started, but I did panic buy because I thought it was like the end of the world, so I started buying like canned food and crap.
This is the strongest coffee I've ever had in my life.
Really? It's not bad.
It's not bad.
I like strong coffee.
Anyways, I cut you off.
I was buying like non-perishable crap.
Yeah.
And it turns out it wasn't that big a deal. Well, I mean, millions people died. Yeah. So it was a big deal.
But it wasn't a panic get toilet paper big deal. It was a panic get a mask big deal.
Yes. Or don't get a mask.
Or don't get a mask.
Bitch about it.
Yeah.
This time last year, my grandmother, who was a former teacher at the Rutherford County School System, died of COVID because someone wasn't wearing a mask. This is a very
Then you can be a viral sensation for being a Karen.
For spitting in employees' faces.
There you go.
And coughing on people.
Yeah.
That's a... excuse me?
Excuse me. I'm coming through.
It's like... the fucking outrage that these people have over wearing a mask is like you're a baby.
You don't need to stop it. Take your mask off. This is America.
In some cases, I actually argue that they do recognize that it could be killing somebody else, and they just don't care. I'd say it's probably 50-50, just my estimation.
Well, it's all right-wingers, too, and
the problem is you can't assume positive intent anywhere anymore because everybody is an asshole.
We've already explained that.
Just leave this in the house. Okay.
We'll never come back here again.
Okay. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna have the media here.
Please.
I'm gonna have the media, and you guys can all wear your masks. And you
Okay,
can all
please
die.
leave.
And you can all die. And you can all have. You can all get sick.
Don't worry.
Because when you wear the mask, you get sick. It's science.
Okay.
Yeah.
The world is falling
And stupid,
apart.
dude. Everyone's stupid.
Buy your guns, get a shelter, get your go bag ready. You gotta start prepping now.
Well, yeah, dude, we're about to hit, and it's the 1920s. We're back into the Depression again.
There you go. Every 100 years, we're gonna just lose it all.
So one of these tech bro banks went under. I heard Roku lost like a quarter of their money
Oh shit! Well, everybody's money is
or something
safe
like that.
because
$250 million they lost or something like that.
their FDIC stepped in and they're making sure everybody gets their deposits. So
Yeah.
luckily, they're insured. It's not like the Bitcoin failures where they just run off with your shit.
FDIC only insures up to like $250,000.
Yeah, but they're
and these people have millions.
Yeah, the government said they were going to make sure everybody got their money. So
Oh, good.
yeah, it's basically a bailout. It's not really an FDIC.
And that was done to stop like a cascading effect on the other banks,
Right.
Because everyone's going to freak out. Oh, the banks are failing.
Yeah.
And of course, everyone's like,
Well, that's why they did it in 2008 too. I mean, trying to stop that.
isn't this another deregulation thing? Like the trains?
It's similar, yeah, because I mean, it was scaling back on restrictions and rules and regulations that were put in place on the banks to make sure shit like this didn't happen.
Yeah.
It used to be the subprime mortgage thing that was really the snowball.
Yeah, I kind of wish I was conscious enough to like get a house back when you could actually get one.
There's still places, like if you go to Vegas, there's so many empty houses you could squat.
Yeah, I hear about that. People will squat for like 6 months and then they own
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, I from what I've heard, Vegas is not a place I would like to live.
No,
It sounds like an absolute shithole.
Yeah, but yeah, so the first bank that went was that Silicon Valley Bank, and then there was another one that I read about earlier today. It's like First National? No, not First National. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to try to guess, but I saw it earlier. So there's other banks failing. So this isn't like an isolated incident.
Yeah.
So I'm concerned. Like
Everything is like very volatile.
anybody can fail at any time when they start a venture, like whether it's a bank or a business.
Well, what the bank was doing is they were taking the money that they had and making bad investments with it.
Right.
And it had something to do with bonds, I think. They had invested in these bonds that had like a 1% yield rate.
Yeah.
And then I guess something happened where a newer bond came out that was 5% interest. So
On one hand, though, the commie in me, I guess, is like, it was just a bunch of venture capitalists. Fuck them.
yeah, this isn't like grandma's bank. This is like
Yeah.
I said, Tech Bro Bank.
Yeah,
That's all
exactly.
it is. Silicon
This
Valley.
coffee is fantastic.
It's pretty good. I saw the fucking glitch.
Oh,
So it's the
Let's reboot before we completely give up.
$200 camera I bought. Looked great. Has all the settings I want. But now it fucking glitches like every 30 seconds. You'll see it just like.
Now, it was set to PAL, and we switched it to NTSC, and we haven't rebooted. So let's reboot.
Computer screens aren't PAL or NTSC. I don't think it matters on a PC.
It shouldn't.
I thought that had to do with like
Had to do
broadcast signals and shit. In the way like
It really shouldn't affect it. But
has to do with the
that's
refresh
what somebody said on one of the things. Maybe the feed that's coming over is coming over in a different format.
Oh, I'm trying not to vape on shows. I was watching a YouTuber
Yeah.
and
No, I do not have time for that. I have another project.
Then maybe I'll tell him to boost the environmental controls to help with.
Making him
Carbon Creek.
kids.
it was like a dude and the chick. They do reviews, and the chick kept like vaping during the show. I'm like, wow, that's so fucking annoying. Like,
And you're like, wait, I do that.
yeah. And I'm like, oh my god, I do that. So I might try to stop.
Yeah.
Although I get really like, need a hit, man.
Yeah, especially when we get passionate about something, you know.
Yeah. I'm like, get another thing. Yeah. So banks are failing. Tech companies are like going under and laying off thousands.
What's really weird is we've already been through one tech bubble burst in the 90s.
With the .com?
Yeah. And now we're going to be doing it all over again because these companies have grown too big, too fast, and they have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
Their business model is reliant on people giving up their data for free.
Yeah.
And that's not sustainable because eventually people are going to be like, why the fuck do you have that information? Like, great example.
So they can sell you
Great
ads,
example.
Rich.
Last night, my wife was telling me that she kept getting commercials for a specific college that they talked about earlier in the day. And every time she went to YouTube, she got a
That's happened to me.
And she hadn't web searched it yet or anything, so it wasn't in her cookies from that. It was just audio. So we went in and looked, and lo and behold, YouTube had microphone access. Why does YouTube need microphone access? Are you talking?
Why do any of these apps need any of the access that they request? It's insane. So, like, why does YouTube need to know your location?
So, it's just proof again that they are listening.
Yeah.
And we need to be conscious of these things. But the more people become conscious of it, then the worse it's going to be.
Yeah. You know what's going to happen if everyone wakes up and they finally crack down on all these apps having this kind of access to your device that they don't need?
Yeah.
They're going to start making it like part of the agreement. You can't use the software unless you like agree to it. Like, like if you don't agree to like the contract, like if you install software.
Right.
But yeah, that has happened to me where, I get some weird fucking ads, like old people stuff ads, like stuff I'm not, like geriatric stuff. I'm not. But
as we
agree.
crack down on it more, these companies are going to have to find other revenue sources, and I don't know what that means. Like,
why can't?
I think I know what it means.
Facebook started.
I think you're going where I'm going. The Facebook charging for the verification.
Oh, that bull crap. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was just going to say they're looking at other revenue streams. Like Facebook just started this verification check mark, like Twitter, and it's just a way for them to get more money because
Who cares if they're verified on Facebook? I've never once been like, oh, is this a trusted source or not?
They're trying to be relevant, Jay.
They're trying to be like Twitter. They're taking.
Somebody's going to have to take all these people that are leaving Twitter. I mean, I'm finding out there's like large organizations that are leaving Twitter every day and just abandoning it because of Elon specifically. Yeah. So
I think tech companies have become too big, and it's all capitalism. It's all. We have to show growth every year, no matter what.
Yeah.
It can never just be stagnant.
Right.
Or we fire the CEO and shake up the company and all this crap. It has to constantly, you cannot maintain that.
Right.
It has to plateau at some point. And it can't go down. What goes up
must go down.
Yeah. So you have all these companies that are desperate to like outdo last year or last quarter or whatever.
But slow growth is safe. That's why when you invest, they tell you, it's less risky to do a slow growth investment. But it's these tech companies, they start up and they're billion-dollar companies overnight. Like, they can't sustain that.
Yeah. When you get like grifters like the NFT people, like that. What was that one that went under that lost billions of dollars? FTX, yeah.
FTX is the safest and easiest way to buy and sell crypto.
FTX shocked investors by declaring bankruptcy this week.
And those people are not FDIC insured.
No.
They're fucked.
But
FUCK insured.
It's the same with the movie industry. Mm-hmm. If you don't pass $1 billion, then your movie was a flop. And that's why we don't get any really good low budget thoughtful movies anymore. They all have to be a Marvel movie, and it has to surpass $1 billion.
I've never seen any of them. I watched. Well, that's not fair. I did watch the very first Spider-Man.
Sam Raimi
with no Tobey Maguire.
That's Sam Raimi. He directed it. The guy that did Evil Dead did the first three Spider-Mans.
And then
you could tell.
Deliver us.
Finish it! Finish it!
Evil!
Was Guardians of the Galaxy a Marvel's offshoot thing?
It was a Marvel.
Yeah, so I've seen those.
Okay.
Those two. Well, this has been Coffee Chat.
We have the outro, right?
We don't, I don't think.
Bye!
Keep drinking your coffee.